Happy Money Monday to absolutely every single person, every single trader, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, East Coast to West Coast. I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll, and I hope you guys are excited. Right now, it's Sean Dekmar coming at you live from the office, live from the studio, live from the Big Apple. Traders, let's get ready to get after it on this week. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are jacked on up, as excited as I am. And again, I always get the question, Deck, how are you so energetic right now? It is currently 7:30 on a Monday. On a Monday, how are you so excited? Guys, I don't make money over the weekend. Guys, I can't make profits over the weekend. The stock market's closed. So the thing is, I enjoy having my little 2-day break. I do. It's a time to relax. It's time to reset. It's a time to be able to say to myself, all right, let me focus on some other things other than the stock market. But now we're back. Now, again, it's Monday through Friday. It's time to grind. It's time to be able to make more money than what we can imagine. And again, just like, just making a quick trade, sometimes $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in the matter of 5-10 minutes. And that's what's so beautiful. So let's get everyone on the same page right here, right now, figuring out what is the best stocks at this time. Well, it seems like right now at this moment, guys, SNGX is actually taking the top gainer board right now. We can see SNGX starting to squeeze, starting to spike right at this exact moment. Now, why is that, guys? Well, I'm looking over on Fox right now. I can see SNGX signs a grant for an orphan drug. So SNGX starts spiking. Everyone take one moment right now. Take a look at the chart and ask yourself, how high can this play go? How high can this stock spike before we start seeing some sort of reversal? For me, if I want to take a guess, I'm going to be saying $5. $5 is always the right answer when you're thinking of a stock that's $2, $3, $4, and you're thinking, where's the next major resistance line? The next major resistance line is going to be natural resistance. $1, $5, $10, $15, $25. These $5 increments are going to be very tough to be able to break through and very tough to be able to continuously to push up higher towards. So SNGX, I am looking at either natural resistance or I'm looking at past chart history pattern. Past chart history pattern right here shows us that we could get up towards around 540 if this stock really takes on off. Two major areas from past chart history pattern right here, 433. Then, of course, we have $5. Then we have on top of that 540-ish mark. These are the areas that stand out the most to me. Let's put SNGX over on the level 2 so we can get a little bit of a better gauge for it. Right now, SNGX, $2, spikes all the way up towards getting the price of 410. Now, we could get up towards around 430, breaks that, $5, breaks that, 540. We know the three major resistance line we're trying to get up to. We can also see why. Why is SNGX getting this hype? Why is SNGX getting this momentum? Well, you guys know if you guys want to get the answers, you guys have to have some sort of scanner that gives you the answers. Unfortunately, guys, there's 9,000 stocks available to trade. I'm not, and you're not, and no one is going to just be able to know it right off the top of their heads. SNGX just came out with a hot press release at 7:30 in the morning. 3-star press release that states FDA grants SNGX with this treatment. So basically, they have an orphan drug on this treatment after reviewing their phase 2 clinical studies. There are some good keywords. Phase for phase 2 and treatment. 3-star word right here. Low float stock. SNGX starts spiking on up. You can also see top gainers with news or filings. SNGX is number 1 right here. So traders, that's what it really comes on down to, is we are trying to, again, put all the pieces to the puzzle to be able to trade with confidence. That's what I like. I feel like I have a much better success rate when I am trading with confidence, when I know what's going on with this play. If I know what the float is, if I know what the reasoning is, if I know where the reversal areas are, I am going to be able to go into this trade feeling much better about what I believe is going to happen. It's way different than just scouring throughout the internet and someone saying, hey, look at SNGX, it's up 40%, and you have no idea why it's up or what it's doing, and you just randomly buy in and hope for the best. That's not the way I want you guys to trade. That's not the way I want you guys to be successful. Hopefully, again, you guys can get lucky every now and then. But that's not the way to stay consistent. So, what's the right way? We know the stock does have this orphan drug treatment. We know this is about a $2 million in float stock. We do know that the stock does have credibility, and we do know we could run up towards either that 440, 435, $5, or 530. So, what's the first thing that we'd want to do? Well, number one, it depends on you as a trader. Are you a buyer or are you a shorter? What do you like to do? Hey, Deck, I like to short plays. If you like to short, your entries are going to be $4.30, $5, or $5.30. If you guys are someone who says, Deck, I like to buy plays, you are looking to run up towards $4.30 before you take profits. Run up towards $5, take some more profits. Run up towards around $5.50, and then go ahead and take your last little bit of profits. But I want to see how much shorts are first. So if, again, we go over to SNGX, we check this on out. Let's see what we have right here. Shares, I would look for about 2,000 shares over on this play. I might get more, but let's just, figure it out from here. Let's go again. 2,000 shares over on this play. Locate lowest. How much are those costing me? Those would cost me 57 bucks at this time. $57 for me to go ahead and locate these shares if I'm interested on it. Now, I do think that's okay because I do think there is money to be made. So again, SNGX, here we come on up towards around that first main resistance line of that 430-ish mark. I'm thinking, hey, if we can get filled at a strong resistance area, I like the idea of being able to get filled over on this play. I'm going to look for 430 and maybe a little bit higher. Kind of like ride the wave of a little pop above 430 and then, come back on down. So I'm going to go like 434. I'm going to go with, 438. I'm going to go with 440. I'm going to go with maybe a little 445. And I'm going to see, can we just get a little pop right above 430 and then again, drop right back on down. Now, I know what some of you guys might be saying. Some of you guys might be saying, well, Deck, why right above 430? Well, it's not like we just hit 430 and we stop. I always like to give the analogy. Imagine if you were in on a train. Imagine there was a train moving forward and you slam the brakes. Does the train just stop? No, the train is so heavy and has so much momentum already that it usually slides on the tracks a little farther than you think. So we know that SNGX is one of the top plays right now. We know SNGX is the #1 top gainer. We know SNGX is going to be the top stock right here. And this play has all of this momentum. I just feel like if it does get one last little pop, we might slide on the tracks a little bit higher and then come back on down. But you know what's cool? You know what's really neat so far? We see that we just ran up towards the price of 429. 429 is the high of the day. And now again, we are having a red candle. So can it go up higher? Of course it can. But let's say again, it falls from here. Let's say it just starts falling and dropping and starts getting weaker from here. Isn't it neat to see that literally right at the 430 area that we were talking about is where we are getting that first, big pullback, where we are getting that first drop? And I'm not trying to do anything special. I'm not sitting here and doing math problems. I'm not sitting here and doing algorithms that you guys can't understand. All I'm doing at this moment is saying to myself, hey, where did we come up in the past and have trouble? And where we came up in the past and had trouble is usually in the current moment where we're going to have trouble. You will realize that a lot of times the old spiking areas is where psychologically other traders are going to sell. Why is SNGX up? Because people buy it. Why is it falling on down? Because people sell it. People always want a reason. People always want, hey, I'm going to buy it here because of this. I'm going to sell it here because of this. And when you see old areas of struggle, that's where it's going to be very tough to be able to break through, right? So, traders, let's see if we could be able to get through this. Let's see if we could be able to spike through this. Let's see if we can be able to continue to keep on pushing up even higher and get up a little bit above that 430 mark. As I said, if we do go right above that 430 area, I'm going to give it a chance kind of surrounding like 430 to 450 just in case the railroad tracks go a little bit higher. I will have a hard stop loss probably if we go above 455. 455, I'll have a hard stop loss 100% out. Now, Deck, why would you get out there? Because then it could go all the way up towards around $5. It could go all the way up towards around $5.50, and it's just not worth my time. But right now, you guys can see we are starting to fade and starting to reverse. Remember, traders, I remember when I first started off stock trading. When I first started off stock trading, I thought the name of the game was, hey, what's the best play? Everyone find the best stock every day. That's not the name of the game. To be able to find the best stock every day is easy. But that's what I thought when I was a brand new trader. How do I find the best stock every morning? How does everyone know where to look? How does everyone know what's the best stock to buy? That's the easy thing. How's that easy? Because again, once you have the right equipment, the answers are just given to you. Literally, again, I go over here and I'm looking at the news scanner at 7:30 and it says SNGX 3 stars. Hey, everyone's going into this play, 48% gain. Hey, top gainers with news, SNGX right here. Hey, I can go ahead and click the news alerts, SNGX. This is easy. If you just have the right equipment, you literally just have the answer right away. That's not tough. So as the new trader that's running around saying, how does everyone know what to buy? How does everyone know what stock to get involved in? How does everyone know, again, what play is going to be the best one? That's, again, just having the right scanners. But again, from there, the real part of stock trading, the real, again, hard part of stock trading is figuring out where a stock's going to reverse at. Because once we find the most volatile play, once we find the hottest stock, once we find the stock that has the most momentum, it's easy work, right? Because now, hey, let's look at again the reversal area. Let's figure out where reversal is going to happen. So far, we came on up. High of the day, where at, guys? You can take a look right here over on the level 2. High of the day, 429. Where's it reversing at? Right next to that 430 mark. Dek, why is that? Because that was the old spiking high 2 weeks ago before a big sell-off. So did my orders get filled? No, my orders did not get filled. All my orders are sitting back right here. Again, I was going to get filled at 434, 448, 440, 445. None of them got filled. I am going to cancel those orders at this moment. So don't have those in right now, but we could see SNGX is still considered the #1 top gainer in the stock market at this time. We do have a BTAI that's trying to slowly move itself on up as well. You know, this stock's trying to get a little hype, seeing if it can break through 750. I will say BTAI is going to have some very strong resistance right around $8. That's a very strong old spiking high area. So BTAI, will keep our eyes peeled on that. And we also had DAY come out with some news this morning saying that they are in talks of getting acquired. So these are things that we just want to be aware of. The #1, #2, #3 top gainers are, again, all stocks that have good, credible news. SNGX talks about, again, their FDA orphan drug had phase 2 reviews. SNGX, low float stock, goes on a big rip and run. BTAI this morning. BTAI, this play, what did this one come on out with? I know this one had a press release. You guys could see this one right here, right next to me. BTAI, 28% gain, 3-star press release, talks about positive FDA meeting. So again, to have a positive FDA meeting, this stock, lower float play, came out with news, and guess what? This play, BTAI, at the time of 7 o'clock, went on a big rip and run. Most of you guys know this information already. But if you guys do not know this information for whatever reason at all, it comes on down to news comes on out every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, guys, there will be a hot press release. So right now it's kind of like the downtime, right? You have 7 o'clock, hot time. 7:30, hot time. 8 o'clock, really hot time. 8:30, really hot time. 9 o'clock, last press release wave. If you want to, again, go after and start trading stocks and trying to be successful in the stock market, understand what are the hot times in the market. You basically get these 5 press release waves, I believe, 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. 5 press release waves every 30 minutes. That's the prime time. That's the time, again, to be watching the scanner. Because when you watch the scanner, hot news comes on out. If you find the hot news quick enough, you can go ahead and buy it. If you buy it quick enough, you can go ahead and make money as everyone else then jumps in. Or, again, you sit back and you watch like SNGX and say, okay, hey, where's this stock going to reverse and fall at? So we are having SNGX start coming back on up. Let's see again if we're going to struggle once again at that 430 mark. I might want to put my entries back in over on this play. But, just kind of spoiling that secret here, ladies and gentlemen. How do you find the best plays every day? Look at the new scanner at 7 o'clock, then at 7:30, then at 8 o'clock. It's going to tell us everything we need to know. So we are all set, ready to rock and get ready to go. Just a little heads on up. This new scanner that I'm using is... Oh, hold on 1 second. We just had phase news come on out. Positive top-line data from phase 1 trials over on ENLV. 4-star press release it's $1.91. This one might have a little bit of hype. 745, kind of one of those in-between areas. Let's see, ENLV. Is this one getting any sort of hype? No hype right now over on ENLV, but let's just keep that on the back burner right now. Keep ENLV on the back burner. So little heads on up here for every single person. If you guys want to be able to use the same exact new scanner that I'm using, Fox Runner is, again, having their 1-year anniversary sale starting this week. So if anyone here is not using Fox Runner, this scanner that gives you all the answers every morning, they are having a 30% off discount right now. 30% off if you type in the word Foxy when signing on up. So if you guys go over towards it, type in the word Foxy when, again, entering, and you will get 30% off. Capital letters, FOXY, 30% off. They just sent me an email telling everyone that, saying, hey, Dek, we do have, again, a discount code, Foxy, for 30% off over on foxrunner.com. And you guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll to be able to get that new scanner. They are having their deal at this moment. You guys also do get a free 30-day pass on top of that. So 30% off with the keyword Foxy and 30 days off. Make sure you guys go ahead, check that on out if you guys haven't, so that you guys are all good, ready to go. All right. So we are all set here. Going to be an awesome time. ENLV, is this stock halted right here? Oh, maybe that's why it didn't explode just yet. ENLV. ENLV, okay, it's halted. This one might come on out at 8 o'clock. Now, again, we just saw this news come on out, right? ENLV, four-star word, talks about positive top-line data. This one is halted at this time, which means, again, no one can trade it. So what is probably going to be happening is this one's going to be getting unhalted at the time of 8 o'clock. So that's going to be probably in 13 minutes from now. We are going to be seeing ENLV come on out, and that's a great press release, guys. Positive top-line data on phase 2, right? That's what we're looking for the majority of the time. We are looking for stocks to come out with good data because remember, what did I talk about earlier? We want to find stocks that, again, have a reason for people to buy them. If you are a biopharmaceutical company, okay, and you come on out and saying, hey, we have, again, this data. Hey, we came on out with positive data. Guess what? You are now giving us a reason to buy. You are now giving us a reason to jump in and purchase your shares, especially in the retail world. In the retail world, people are excited and want to be able to say, hey, I want to buy anything. Give me something to buy. Give me something to purchase. So now, again, this right here and having a low float play, 14, 15 million in float over on ENLV, this play is halted, is going to come on out in about 12 minutes. This is definitely one that we'd want to be watching. This is definitely a play that we'd probably want to stay on top of. And this is a play that, again, definitely could be able to bring in some hype and be able to bring in some momentum. So ENLV would be our next play for the next possible spiker. Okay. So we are just always staying ready and always staying prepared. I just always like to take screenshots of these plays and help share them with the world so you guys are all set as well. But obviously talking here over on Stock Twits, everyone's watching, everyone's enjoying, everyone's on top of their game right now saying, hey, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, let's lock in. I want to trade live in front of you. I don't want to just sit here, just little heads on up, guys. I don't want to just sit here and just talk for, again, the next hour. I want to trade. I want to get involved. I want to have some action. I know you guys want that as well. So let's make sure that we're all set right here. All right, traders, amazing job, amazing work. Let's get ready to go. Now, what else do we want to focus on? Ladies and gentlemen, SNGX back on up towards round of ties. Dek, we are back up towards 433. Are you going to enter? I believe I probably will be here pretty soon. So again, let me bring over, again, I canceled my orders from before. Right now, we're sitting at that 430-ish mark. We will have some strong resistance right around this area. I do have, again, how many? 2,000 shares I can get myself involved in. Excuse me, everyone. We just came on up towards around that 430 price, 438. Let's wait to see if we get above that 430 area once again, and we can start getting involved on maybe a few little trades. Now, again, what did we just see? 430, strong resistance. What are we happening right now? We are sitting right back at 430, which is strong resistance. Remember, if we break through that 430 mark with some strong momentum, our next target is all the way up towards around $5. Is there anyone here right now who does not feel safe buying at 430 and say, hey, Dek, I'm going to wait until closer to $5? The best way to trade this, just a little heads on up, if anyone wants an idea of saying, hey, Dek, like, what's the best way to get involved on this play? This is it right here. I will give you the answer. Okay, I'm in the business of just trying to give you the answer, not trying to sell you a course, just literally giving you the answer. Everyone stick with me. I know, again, SNGX getting some hype, but stick with me here for a second. If we have, this is 430, okay? This is 430. That's the resistance line. This is $5. That's the resistance line. This is, again, the next resistance line. I think it's like 525. I'll double check in a second. But all you should do, little heads on up, is do this. Here comes the stock. The stock is moving itself on up. You hit 430 and you're looking to short. Guess what? You enter here, you enter here, you enter here, and then guess what? You have a stop loss right here. And then if it breaks through that, guess what? You go up higher. And you enter here, you enter here, you enter here, and then guess what? You have a stop loss right above that. And then again, if it keeps going up higher, you enter here and enter here and enter here, and then guess what usually happens? You do get that massive collapse and that massive drop. The name of the game is, again, finding the most volatile, hottest plays, getting in at great areas where they can reverse and fall, where you, if you hold onto the play, will make maximum profit, but if you are in the wrong, you are only losing a little. So the idea would be when we win, we make $100, but when we lose $20. That would be like a very simple idea. So basically, if I lose here at the reversal area, I lose 20 bucks. But if I win, I make 100. If I lose right here, I again lose 20 bucks. But if I win 100. If I lose here, I lose 20 bucks. But in this case, again, guess what happens? I make, $500. So basically, if you just always enter at support or resistance for a dip buy or short, you can always say to yourself, okay, if it breaks, let me move on. But if it holds, I know that this is a great area for me to be able to make some money, right? So that's what it really comes on down to, for you guys being able to understand those facts and those sides and be able to say to yourself, okay, hey, this makes sense to me. All right. It is very important for every single trader to be able to grow and learn and be able to understand that stock trading isn't about us saying, well, what's the best play of the day? Let me buy it. That's simple. That's easy. Stock trading is about finding the play, then again, waiting for the reversals, looking for those price points, entering at those price points. And if it breaks that price point, then say to yourself, hey, you know what? It's just not worth it for me. Okay. So want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Now, also, a little side note right here and right now. If you guys are loving this at this time, I know right now I'm looking over on the YouTube. There's 126 people watching over on Stock Twits at this moment on YouTube. There are thousands over on Twitter. I want to make sure, if you guys haven't yet, smash that thumbs on up. I'm trying to drop some golden nuggets for you. I'm trying to help you guys make some money today. I'm trying to make sure you guys are learning and kicking off your week the right way. I asked for one thing. Hit that like button over on Twitter. Hit that retweet button. Hit that like button over on Stock Twits. If you guys are on YouTube, smash that thumbs on up. But let's again get ourselves absolutely dialed in right now. If you are good looking in life, hit that thumbs on up. If you're over 6 feet tall, hit that thumbs on up. If you have ever kissed a woman, hit that thumbs on up. If you are, again, let's think about it, a D1 athlete, smash that thumbs on up. If you're ugly, log off. No uglies here. That's my only rule. Again, here, guys, only good looking people. So right now, we are all set here, getting ourselves involved, getting ourselves ready to go. Dek, do you have something against ugly people? Yeah, I do. They're just not attractive. It's not fun. My eyes get sore. That's one of the top things. I will say this, guys. We actively search through, again, all of our members and make sure you're a hard 7 and above. If you are, again, on tradecaster.com watching me live stream every single day, you are at least a hard 7 and above. And that's great news. So shout out to everyone watching right now. You have passed the test. Give yourself a little applaud right now if you guys are watching the stream, because you passed the test. If all of a sudden the screen goes black right now, you know why. Very simple. Right now here, traders, SNGX trying to fight to stay above that 430-ish area. 430 area, trying to fight, trying to stay alive the best it possibly can. Can this one fight and hold? It is getting a little bit weaker. We only have 6 minutes, though, until the 8 a.m. press release. 6 minutes until the 8 a.m. press release wave. And we do know, though, ENLV is going to be opening on up here. Guys, ENLV is such an interesting play. What do you guys want to do when ENLV opens on up? Okay, guys, I got 6 minutes to talk about this. ENLV. Let me go through kind of my pro and con calculator in my mind right now and try to figure out what we have. Okay? ENLV. We have positive top-line data coming that's out right now. Okay? ENLV. This play has the chance, no guarantees, but it has the chance to open on up after it just came on out with this positive data. Let's read this full press release. Let's click here, get this full press release right here. It says ENLV announces positive top-line data from multi-country randomized controlled phase 1, phase 2, evaluating electroca in patients with moderate to severe knee osteoarthritis. Okay, cool. 3-month top-line data talks about a 24% reduction in knee pain, 26% improvement. These are all great things. There is nothing wrong with ENLV in any sort of way right now. Now, let's go over towards, again, Yahoo Finance here for a second, though. If we go over to Yahoo Finance at this moment, let's just, again, double check, see what the float is. So I go over to ENLV over on this play. Let's go ahead and click statistics. We click statistics. We scroll on down. We take a look at the float. The float's 21 million. It's not the lowest float stock in the world. At the same time, it's not the most expensive price in the world. Usually I look for stocks that are 10 million in float and under. The float is the shares offered to the public. The lower the float, the higher the demand, the bigger the spike. Low float is considered 10 million and under. Better, 5 million and under. Right now we got 20 million. 20 million isn't bad, especially with a $1 stock, but it's just not great. Now, when you have positive data, sometimes these plays can just rip and run regardless. So, ENLV, it's a little bit of a guessing game. It is. Stock trading, we will never have anything 100% perfect. But what I will say is, I do believe ENLV could be worth the chance. Could be worth the chance to be able to open on up go above $2 and maybe squeeze up to 220, 240, 250 and take profits quickly. Deck, is there a chance that this one opens on up and dumps? There's always a chance. Again, I always want to be blunt with you. I'm never going to sell you a fairy tale dream being like, guys, everyone buy ENLV and you're going to win. There's a chance that this could open up and dump. There's a chance that this opens on up and it doesn't do anything at all. There's a chance that, again, this opens on up and goes on a massive spike. All I'm trying to think to myself is, okay, how is the mob, the majority of buyers, the retail traders that are waking up every single day, what are they thinking? Well, what they're thinking at this moment is SNGX just hit 430 again and starting to get weaker. 430, we've been calling that price this entire morning. 430 touch, fade, 430 touch, fade, 430 touch, fade. Seems like 430 is definitely starting to get weaker and starting to drop back on down. In the matter of 3 minutes, we are going to be seeing ENLV open on up. When ENLV opens on up, is there going to be that bum rush of traders going over to ENLV? We will have some strong resistance at around that 210-ish mark. Now, if no buying volume moves in on ENLV, it's just going to move sideways. I'm going to be very upfront with you and tell you guys right now, I'm probably going to give ENLV a chance. If I don't see any buying volume, I'm just going to get out and move on. If, again, it does get some buying volume, I'm going to try to make a quick $500 or so. And again, when this stock opens on up, we'll be all set, ready to go if there is going to be that money, if there is going to be that opportunity, if there is going to be that chance. So let's get ready to rock at this moment. I just fully wanted to explain myself. I just fully wanted to go over everything. I just fully wanted to make sure that you guys completely understand my thought process over on this trade and seeing again how I could be able to make money. So ENLV, remember, we have right here, ENLV, 4.67% gain. It's halted right now. No one can trade it until the time of 8 o'clock, which is in 2 minutes. Did come on out with positive top line data. ENLV, we are assuming if a stock is a biopharmaceutical company and comes out with positive data, we are making the assumption that everyone else in the world is most likely going to want to buy into this play as well. If not, if we are wrong and all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock and there's no buying volume, let's make sure we say to ourselves, hey, no one's touching this. Let's not be the person that's holding it and let's get out and move on. So ENLV, I'm going to give this chance. I'm going to probably look for about 2,000 shares when this play opens on up and see if this one could be able to make me some money. See if this play could be able to make me some cash. So ENLV, not in on this play just yet because it's still halted, but it does have a good credible press release. Here's my position box at this moment. SNGX is sitting right around that 415-ish mark. We do open on up here, team, in the matter of, again, about 30 seconds. And let's see what happens over on ENLV to see if buying volume is going to move in. We could get some action, get some activity, and maybe make a quick little $500 in a few seconds if we could beat the mob to a play that's getting halted before it shows up on a lot of other people's scanners. So us having the news scanner here, us having Fox Runner telling us the news before it pops on up is a massive advantage. Let's see what we can do here, traders, over on this play. We got about 9 seconds over on ENLV. And let's see if this opens up at 8 o'clock. ENLV opening up in 3, 2, 1. We live? ENLV? I don't think we're live yet. Are we live, guys? Right now, again, ENLV not showing up on my scanner just yet. Nope, not live. Not live just yet. So ENLV is not live yet. I was looking to see like orders. Doesn't seem like we're live yet. So again, maybe we have to wait until 8:15. Maybe we have to wait until 8:30. Right? Maybe we got to wait a little bit longer. So ENLV still not live. I believed it was going to come out right at 8 o'clock right there. So I was waiting for, again, that 8 o'clock press release. I was waiting for that 8 o'clock move. But again, we are still not out at 8 o'clock. Let's see what else we get, though. Let's see if anything else comes on out. We did have a Bitcoin press release at DDC. DDC, little Bitcoin press release right there. We have positive top line data. That's ENLV. Anything else that's looking really good right here? What is this? A partnership. Partnership on UCAR. UCAR, a little bit of grinding. And what's SNGX doing right now still? Is SNGX still holding on up or SNGX dumping a little bit? We have some positive earnings reports over on SUNE. Guys, I thought ENLV would open up at 8 o'clock. Still halted. So that play is still halted. Buying volume starting to move back over to BTAI. A little bit of buying volume. Again, BTAI has to get back up towards around $8. ENLV is still the one I was looking at. Still the one that, I was expecting 8 o'clock this one open on up. Now, the thing is, no harm, no foul. We're not filled. We didn't lose any money. We were expecting it to open up at 8 o'clock. It hasn't yet. Usually, it's going to be probably like every 30 minutes on when these plays get unhalted. But what we could do is a possible little cheat code, not really a cheat code, but let's go over to NASDAQtrader.com/trader halts. And if we go to NASDAQ Trader halts, we could see ENLV. Okay, so look at this. It tells us resumption trade time, 8:05. So it is telling us right now, ENLV did have news pending. T2, news has been released. T3, now again, we have a new time. So news pending, news released. Here's the time, opening on up in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, opening on up, 8:05. So again, we will keep that one on watch. Dek, a little bit of a pop over on NVFY. NVFY, a little bit of a pop right there. What happened over on NVFY? Any sort of, news credibility over on NVFY? This looks like a little bit of a pump and dump. I don't see anything. I don't see any news just yet over on NVFY. If you do see any sort of news, I'm looking over on Fox Runner. I don't see any sort of news right there. I'm looking over on Yahoo Finance. I don't see any sort of news right there. So again, the last press release I see over here 3 days ago. 3 days ago, right there, right? NVFY, that just looks a little bit random if you ask me. So right here, traders, we want to stay smart, seeing where the buying volume can possibly be going towards, and go from there. But stock twits, let's get ready to rock. Now, what I am getting a little nervous of, I got to be honest with you. I got to tell you guys something right here. I'm getting a little nervous of one thing. Can anyone guess what that is? I'm getting a little nervous on the fact that I'm seeing the bids and the ask starting to creep up a little bit. Before, again, we were at 190. Then we were sitting at around $2. Then we thought it was going to open on up, and then again, we were looking for maybe an entry at 210. Now it's up to 225. So already we are going to be gapping up, it looks like about 30, 35 cents. It seems like other people are onto this plan as well. Being, oh, wow, hey, we don't have anything going crazy just yet. We have a 4-star press release, positive top-line data. My biggest fear would be we gap up too high, and then again, we come crashing on down. Anyone else possibly fear that? Of course I have to fear that. There's a possibility that we gap up too high. We gap up 50, 60, 70 cents, and then people take profits and it falls. So please be aware, if we keep gapping up to 240, 250, 260, there's a chance that people are going to take profits right at the start of the day. And then guess what? The stock comes crashing back on down. So would I still give this a chance? The answer is yes, but just maybe a smaller position. Or if you're saying, hey, Dek, I think it's going to gap up and crash because people are going to take profits right when this opens, that's another idea. Get ready for a possible short. Regardless, I do think the majority of people that have Fox Runner and can see the news scanners is saying, hey, ENLV, this is the stock to be looking at. Our number 1 top gainer is only at 44%. Our number 2 top gainer is only at 41%. It's dumping on down. Number 3 top gainer is only at 37%. We don't have that 100% mover just yet. So we are watching to see, can we get that 100% mover? So ENLV, guys, we should be getting unhalted here, coming on out in the matter of 9 seconds. You guys ready for this? So let's just see what we can do. I'll do 1,000 shares most likely. 3, 2, 1, and we are live. Guys, we are live right here, and right now I entered my first little trade. I entered, guys. I am in right now. Average cost $235. I'm going to give this a chance. 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares. I don't want to go more than that. I'm going to go 1,000 shares here. See if this thing is going to be able to spike on up. So I'm doing 1,000 shares, nothing more than that. Let's see if we can break through 250 and go on a big rip and run. Dek, where's your stop loss if it goes underneath 205? Underneath 205, I'm going to get out of this play and say, hey, you know what? We tried. Underneath 205, out. Above 250, that's what we're looking for the breakout. Sound good? I'm in on 1,000 shares right here at the price of $235. Just want to be open, honest, credible, transparent. Let's see if we get above 230 and rip and run. Above 230 is where we rip and run. Fingers on the trigger to sell, though, guys, if I need to get out. Looking for buying volume to move in, break that 250 mark. Underneath 215 is my new stop loss. 215 is my new stop loss if this one gets weak. We want to see that 230 breakout and see that spiking volume. We have ENLV, high watch and high alert. Right now, I'm currently down $67. You guys can see my live P&L right there. Only doing 1,000 shares because I really don't know what's going to happen. But we have a positive press release with positive data looking for a spike. $230. Come on. Looking for a 230 break. Underneath 220, I'm out. Underneath 220, I'm out, guys. I want to see a spike. I don't want to see again. I don't. Right now, we're not spiking. That fears me. Why? We have great news. We have a lower float. We have a stock that, again, has the possibility to break on out, but we're not ripping and running. We go underneath 220, I'm getting out because I don't want to get held up in a dump. Get above 230, get above 250, get buying volume. If we don't have buying volume, we don't have a spike. There's no reason to hold it if we're not holding buying volume. Guys, I'm getting out right here. Getting out right here over on ENLV. I'm just going to take a small loss right there and be 100% out because, again, it's not doing what I want it to do. And there comes the dump. Why would I hold and get dumped on when it's not doing what I want? Traders, we went in on this play with an idea. We went in on this play with a clear-cut plan, didn't we? We said ENLV has positive data. ENLV is opening up at the time of 8:05. ENLV is a stock that easily could spike. We want this play to open on up and the mob to move in on this play. So guess what? We jumped in with a small amount of shares, 1,000 shares. And we said, if this play goes crazy, we're going to be the first ones in on it. If this play goes crazy, we're going to be able to make the most money on this play. If this play goes crazy, we will be at the bottom before, again, a massive rip. But traders, the worst thing we can do, and I think the number one thing that rookies do, new traders do, is they hold until they're in pain. I don't need to hold until I'm in pain. That's not the way I want to trade, right? I, again, jump in on plays, and if I don't see them doing exactly what I want, I move on, right? I don't need to be in, let's say, a relationship and wait until we are screaming and hating our lives at each other every single day before I say, hey, this is not working. Has anyone ever been in a relationship before and you know that you guys are, again, like just not going to work? So again, you end it right there. You say, hey, I respect you. I want to stay friends. If you would like to stay friends, I just don't want things getting bad between us. I know that we don't have a future together. You know what? I'm going to move on. And then a lot of times they're like, hey, I got you. I feel that as well. Or you could stay together. You guys could, again, buy a house and get a mortgage together, absolutely hate each other's guts, and you're like, well, I'm stuck with this person. I bought a house with them. That's the last thing I want to do. If I get involved in a stock and the game plan is, hey, let's get ready to go. Positive data comes out at 205. Let's look for a massive spike and rip and run. And it's not doing exactly that. I rip off the Band-Aid right away. Very small trade for myself, right? No reason for me to put myself in any sort of bad play. Going to rip off the Band-Aid before, again, we get into a screaming match. Make our lives easy. So, again, happy to attack, happy to move on. That's the right way to trade right there. So, want to make sure we are all good here. ENLV, what do we have right here? VTAK. VTAK here, traders, trying to move itself on up. Not too shabby so far. VTAK, traders, trying to get a little bit of buying volume at this moment. And VTAK did receive approval in the United Kingdom. So VTAK receives approval in the United Kingdom. Buying volume starting to move over towards the stock right now. And again, this is another one that we could take a look at, right? And what I want you guys to realize is it's all about the morning time. If you truly want to make money in the markets, you got to be awake right now at 8 o'clock in the morning. You got to be awake right now, even if it's 5 a.m. in the morning over in California. This is the time that traders are, again, coming on in. This is the time that people are making the most amount of cash. This is the time people are saying to themselves, oh, wow, hey, this is when hot news comes on out, and there is volatility, and there is action. Look at VTAK right now starting to get a little bit more hype, right? So I want you guys to be able to realize all of these plays, a lot of them do start getting a lot of the hype and momentum and action during the morning times. So many people, again, sleep in and miss out during this time. So many people sleep in and miss out during these hot times where you can be able to make some sort of cash. VTAK, SNGX. SNGX still having that 430 resistance. Let's see right here. We went after ENLV, and ENLV is not dumping. It's just not doing what we want, right? It's not dumping. It's just not doing what we want. DAY had talks of getting acquired. Right now, VTAK has the majority of the buying volume. So VTAK, what's going on at this moment, guys? VTAK, for anyone who has not seen this, VTAK receives approval in the United Kingdom. Receives approval in the United Kingdom. Approval is one of those good keywords. This play right now, VTAK, starting to get a lot of hype, starting to get a little bit of momentum towards it, and starting to get a little bit of a spike on up. VTAK, Dek, how high can this one go up to? Well, let's be smart about this. What is this blue line? This blue line right here represents the 50-day moving average. Notice you hit the 50-day, you fell on down. 50-day, fell. 50, fall. 50, fall. 50, fall. 50, fall. Guys, it's very important that you realize where is strong resistance. Well, the last few times we've hit the blue line, we have gotten rejected. That could be a great starting area for short or for you to take profits if you're already on the long side. Well, Dek, what if we break through 450? What if we snap through 450 and keep going? Then most likely the next target is the red line up towards 633. 633 would then be a great target if we get above the blue line, right? We got blue line, 50-day moving average, $5 natural resistance. And then we do have the 200-day moving average up to 630. Dek, why do you use the 50-day moving average? Why do you use, again, the 200-day moving average? These are textbook the most popular. Since they are the most popular, these are the ones that are going to have the strongest power, the most influence. This is what everyone else uses. So remember, we're always thinking about what everyone else uses so that we can be able to have the best idea of what is going to be able to be successful for us. So if everyone in the world uses the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, that's always going to be holding up as an area that we're going to see reversals. So VTAK starting to set itself up in a little bit of a bull flag pattern, but why did we run on up and get rejected? Why are we getting run on up and getting rejected? Why are we having trouble here? Because the 50-day moving average, right? That's why we're having some trouble at this moment. So traders, little sign up for every single person. One thing about me, and one thing that you guys will learn, is again, I do everything live on stream. I do every single trade live on stream. Every single time I trade, it's going to be in front of you. I want to show every win, every loss. I will show you when I win $10,000, and I'll show you when I lose $5,000. I think that's the only way that you can become a better trader, that you guys can be able to grow, that you guys can be able to learn, that you guys can be able to become better every single day. That's what it's all about. So make sure that you guys are all set. Now, today's a very special day as well. And the reason why today is so special is because over on TradeCaster, where I live stream every single day, today's the day that we are going to be announcing the day we are slashing our prices. Usually we charge $174 every single month to be able to watch the live stream, be part of the community, have access to our 200-hour video library. Tonight, we are going to be announcing the new price. And guys, it's not going to be $174 a month anymore. It's not going to be $150 a month anymore. It's not going to be $110. It's not going to be $100. It's not going to be $90. I want to make sure that we are, again, slashing prices here where, again, money's not an issue for you. I want to be able to have the world's largest trading community, and I want you guys to be able to not worry about money in any sort of way. Oh, Dek, this is too expensive. I want to make this so cheap every single person can join, and I could be able to just operate this and be able to run this community, and you guys will be all set, ready to go. I'll be able to live stream and be able to make you guys a better trader. So get ready for tonight, as again, we announce the brand new TradeCaster prices for every single person so that we can all thrive and absolutely crush it every day. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to go here. Guys, VTAK came on up towards around the price of $479, starting to get a little bit weaker. VTAK, do we know the reason behind it? Yes, we do. We do know, again, VTAK, credibility. Let's think about these, guys. Let's do this together. VTAK receives approval in the United Kingdom, right? We did have, again, ENLV. ENLV right here. This play was halted, is unhalted, still a stock that we definitely want to keep our eyes peeled on. SNGX did come on out with FDA grants positive data. PSTV did have positive trial results. BTAI did have positive FDA results. So again, top gainers before. FTAK, approval, right? SNGX, we had that press release. And BTAI, we had that press release. DAY, we had that press release. All the top gainers usually always have some sort of credible news. Let's see what else we have here, though. There's DAY with its gap up right here. Let's go over the economic data. Let's get everyone prepared on some other things here. So economic data this week. All right, guys, economic data this week. Monday, some earnings to watch. IPO, NIQ, some dividends that are going to be getting paid on out. But let's see what we have here, guys. PANW, earnings today. PANW after the close. So PANW, very big blue chip stock. That would be the number one. Now, team, just a little heads on up. This is the last week of earnings season. Are you guys happy to get through earnings? Earnings is over now. You are not going to be seeing new earnings until December. You guys are all set. So we are about to move out of earnings season. And guys, we are slowly moving out of summer trading, where we are getting ourselves ready to rock and roll, and we are getting ourselves ready to go and getting ourselves ready for a fall trading, which means massive activity, massive volume. I know I talk about this a lot, but why is summer so slow? Why is sometimes September so slow? Because the weather is nice. People on Wall Street are up at the beach, out in the Hamptons. Kids are home from school. Parents, again, are with their kids. They're traveling around to their soccer tournaments, whatever it may be. But guess what? Once we get into September, October, November, kids are back in school. The weather is changing. It's cold outside. You're inside. Guys, when people are inside, people are investing. When, again, Wall Street traders are not at their beach homes and in the markets, guess what? Hundreds of millions of dollars are flowing. The more money we put into the market, the more volatility we have. The craziest months is the next half coming on up, where we have October, November, December. You guys know that. And yes, I'm going to show you guys this chart coming on up. And what's this chart right here, traders? The chart I've been showing for the last, again, 2 weeks straight, saying get ready for the first pullback, right? Here it is. This is the answer, right? August is a very slow month. But guess what, traders? September is the worst month, worst performing months of the year. This is the data over the last 96 years. Over the last 96 years, we have data showing us that on average, September gives us a return of 1.55%. I don't want people to be like, oh, the stock market's going to go up even higher. I can't wait for the stock market to keep on going on up. Guys, you have to be able to look at the last century of data here. Shows us that on average, you have a 1.55% drop over in September. This is every single day broken on down. Then, what do we realize? October, green month. Then November, very green month. Then December, extremely green month. Didn't I tell you the last quarter is always the hottest quarter of the year? I've been stock trading now 10 and a half years, coming up to 11. I'm 32 years old, guys. I started getting involved in the stock market when I was around 20, started becoming like a real trader probably around 22. So the thing is, it took me time, but I've been doing this for a very long time. And I will tell you, every single fall into winter is always massive volatility. People, again, a lot of volume, but people want to end off their year strong. They also want to start off their year strong. But I will show you right now at this moment, we have this massive 3 months coming on up, but get ready for a pullback over in September. I don't think we're going to have a great recession. Guys, I don't think that at all. I don't think 2008 is going to happen. I don't think that at all. But I do think a healthy, natural pullback is all within, its realm, because that's what the data shows us. Right, traders? We see that we have drops. We see that we have weakness. We see that we get these fades. I will tell you, I'm doing this prop firm challenge saying, hey, Dek, can you pass, a prop firm account? Well, if we take a look at this data here one more time, this shows us that August is green until August 17th. August 17th is supposed to be one of the last green days before we get into the back half of August, which usually is all red, into a lot of red September. Now, this is not going to be perfectly exact, but what I will say is over this week into next week, I would say we are going to start turning over on the SPY, is that we could start seeing some dropping. My price point that I've been waiting for is I would love to see just shy of 650. I would love to see like a 648, a 649, do some put contracts. 648, 649, do some shorts. 648, 649, set it and forget it on the downside. And say, hey, S&P 500 is going to get a pullback throughout September. And again, that September drop, guys, should beware. I'm not saying back down to 550. Let's not be crazy. But I would say, again, a September drop could bring us back on down towards 620. I think we could fall $25 in September. I think we could get a nice little drop back on down towards around like 615. I'm not talking crazy. I'm not talking wild. I'm talking natural, healthy pullback. That's what I'm saying, guys. So just be aware of that coming on up here in the near future. I would like to see one more high on the S&P 500, and then it's all again shorting time in my eyes. Okay? What else do we have here? Going on down, president's schedule, fear and greed index, major economic events. Little side note, 820. We just had significant data come on out. I know you guys can't hear that, but I do have voice alerts. ALT, what do we have here? VVPR. VVPR on track for $200 million value investment. Let's see if this one gets any sort of hype. VVPR. This one get any sort of buying volume? VVPR, guys, keep this one on watch. Did just come out with news. I know you guys can't hear it, but I have voice alerts turned on. So again, what voice alerts is whenever there's a certain keyword that I really like, I will get the keyword kind of talked out loud to me. So VVPR has the word significant, might get a little buying volume. Let's just make sure that we're aware of that. Let's go back over towards this though real quick. And let's make sure that we're all set. Traders, little heads on up. Will interest rates be cut in September? Right now, there's an 84% chance that we will be cutting interest rates. And it's cutting interest rates by 1/4 percentage point, 0.25%. So right now, will interest rates be cut in September? 84% chance, yes. Okay? Likelihood of a 2025 cut, a 25 basis point in September is a probability of high 80 to 90%. This is from the CMEG watch tool. Jerome Powell talked about it last time. If you guys want to read a little bit more into this, go into it. Now, this is also what I wanted to get into. Earnings season. Earnings season best winners. Guys, we are ending earnings season off right now. What have I stressed throughout this entire live stream? I have stressed throughout this entire live stream to be prepared. Preparation will lead to success. Now, what is part of being prepared? Knowing where winners are at, knowing what stocks are good, knowing what's the best news, knowing where you should look. Guys, everyone take a screenshot, take a look at this. You guys are all set. Earnings season is coming to an end. What were the best stocks from earnings? Find the sector you like. Fintech, networking, hyperscale, data center, software, energy, electricals, cloud, rare earths, consumer, e-commerce, social, mobile, educations. These were some of the best winners. These were some of the best beats. These were the ones that, again, traders absolutely loved and Wall Street cheered for. So if you guys want to check out this data, make sure you guys go ahead and do that. And again, you guys just click the news alerts tab and it's all right there for you. Okay? So absolutely awesome. Absolutely great. Let's again see as we get ready for 8:30 what's going to be coming on up here, traders. VTAK, our number one play, still moving itself on up. Dek, how high can this one go on up towards? VTAK, this one again can get up towards 630. Why is this one moving on up? Because it did have approval in the United Kingdom, which means it's expanding its region, expanding its clientele, and expanding its business. Investors like that. When you're expanding, you're growing. When you're growing, you're making more money, which means you as an investor can make more money. SNGX not really doing too much right now. DHAI, no. BTAI, no. DAY, no. All eyes over on VTAK right now. All eyes over on VTAK. Guys, if you did get a nice short at that 430 mark over on SNGX, like what we talked about, that is absolutely beautiful. Now, VTAK. Traders, what do we know? We do know $5 is going to be a strong resistance line. Let's not be, again, naive. We do have to always realize, hey, Dek, $5 is not going to be easy to break. $5 is going to be tough to get through. If we do get through $5, we have room to run all the way up to $638. So, Dek, I am a buyer. What should I do? If you're a buyer, I don't ever like buying at top resistance. What I think is a smarter idea for you is to go ahead and look for dip buys near lows. One big issue that a lot of new traders do is they always buy at the top. How many people have ever done that before? How many people have ever bought at the very top and it falls on down on you? How many people have ever jumped in on a plane and say, Dek, I'm going to buy right here, thinking for a breakout. And then guess what here, guys? It comes crashing back on down. When you buy for breakouts, when you buy at top resistance, when you buy at the high of the day, you are getting in at the highest, worst point of the day. What you would like to do is buy in off again a good dip buy area, such as the VWAP, bounce play 427, bounce play 426, bounce play 440. That could be the next area. But again, buying at the highest area, hoping for more, is a very tough thing to do on these smaller plays. Little heads up for you guys. Okay? So I do want to make sure that you guys completely understand this. I do want to make sure that you guys are aware of this here. Being able to say to yourself, okay, hey, I gotta make sure that we're being smart, using our head, putting ourselves in the best positions possible. Right now here, traders, looking around. Let's get ready for the 8:30 press release as well. 8:30 press release right around the corner. VTAK. Let's see how much shares are to short over on this one. Over on VTAK right here. Dek, what would you want? Let's say 2,000 shares. Let's just say inquire 2,000 shares. 2,000 available. Locate lowest. Cancel here. Or excuse me, locate lowest. What do we have? 61 bucks. Called $61 to short these plays. Not too shabby in any sort of way. Not shabby. Want to see if we can get above that $5 mark, though, first. Let's see if we can get above that $5 area. Let's see if we can start getting above that, mark and get above that hype. Start going through, again, some different things and getting some stronger action here. Right now, we are getting ourselves involved every way we possibly can over on VTAK. Watching to see if this can squeeze and keep on pushing. VTAK already starting to get a little bit weaker for you guys so that you guys are all good. Guys, we are waiting for, again, the next 4 minutes. As we wait for the next 4 minutes, I'm just going to share some links for you guys. So, of course, you guys can grow and keep on learning. A lot of people always ask me, they say, Dek, What broker are you using to always have shorts? I'm going to post a link over on YouTube for you guys so that you guys are all good. But again, the link is right here, Cobra. If you guys, again, use that right there, Cobra, you guys are going to be able to get free commissions for a certain period of time, free platform for a certain period of time. You guys are, again, going to be able to get the free DOS platform for a certain period of time. Cobra is the best broker I have ever used in my entire life. Make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, and you guys are absolutely dialed in right there. If you guys are not using Cobra, they are the best broker out there. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that on out. Also, as I stated earlier, if you guys, again, use the word Foxy for, again, over on Fox Runner, you will get 30% off and a free 30-day pass. So, again, make sure you guys go ahead and check that on out so that you guys are all good, ready to rock and roll. You guys can go over to check out the word Foxy when, again, adding over on the promo code, so that you guys are all set. Little heads on up as well. We are going to be having some awesome discounts coming on up over on Tradecaster. We do have a new price drop tonight. So new price drop for anyone that wants to watch me live stream and trade every single day. Drop in that link over in chat for you guys as well so that you guys are ready to rock and roll. And also, we do have the AI Trading Journal. Guys, little heads on up. If anyone is interested in an artificial intelligent AI trading journal, you guys can go ahead, type in the word 14-day, and you will get a 14-day pass. An AI Trading Journal is going to teach you how to trade. It's going to link to your broker and show you what you do right, what you do wrong. And again, if you type in the word 14-day, it's a 14-day pass. You won't get charged until after 2 weeks. You can cancel within the trial if you don't love it. But I just posted a whole bunch of links over there so that you guys can become better, that you guys can learn, you guys can grow, and you guys can keep on absolutely crushing it. So we got, again, the 8:30 press release wave coming on up. Wanted to post some links for you guys right there so that you guys are learning, growing, becoming better day in and day out. That's what we love here. Last but not least here, I'll even throw this on out here. We do have, again, our trade ideas. Trade ideas, which is the charts you see, 15% off. And if you guys are interested in trade ideas, go ahead, check that on out right there. Man, we got a lot going on here for you guys. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's get ready to rock and roll, and let's keep having some fun here. Woo! All right, traders, 8:28 in the market. Last little bit we have. Last little chance we have. 8:28. 2 minutes left here. CRGOW, SNGX. Wanted to post everything there as we wait for the last little bit here. All right. We got 1 minute until the next press release wave, guys. 1 minute till the next press release wave. Again, if you guys haven't yet, smash that thumbs on up right here and right now for the Stock Twits community. I don't care if you're watching over on Twitter. I don't care if you're watching on Stock Twits. I don't care if you're watching on Tradecaster. I don't care if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that thumbs on up right now. Hit that like, hit that retweet. Make sure, again, you guys are loving it. Drop some love. Guys, I need some love. I know, again, you just see me as a man through a webcam, but I want a man in a webcam that shows me love. That's what okay, that sounded extremely wrong. But again, you guys get the point. Hit the thumbs on up. Right now, 8:29 in the markets. Let's get ready to go. 5 seconds till our next press release wave. We know the majority of buying volume is at VTAK. Here we go, 8:30. Here we go, baby. Let's see what we get. See if there's anything big. AMTM talks about, again, a $4 billion Space Force contract. Let's see if that gets any sort of hype. AMTM Space Force contracts. We have NMTC receives FDA clearance. We have cancer. We have a drug could reduce. I mean, that's not really a good press release. I could imagine people running into it, though. We have a drug that could reduce cancer. Okay, so you have a drug that probably won't reduce cancer. So, but sometimes those get a little wonky and those go on some sort of big spike, rip and run. Let's see if anything else comes out big. Come on now. Come on now. Give us something good. We want to see if we get anything big. We know, again, VTAK hitting $5 getting rejected. We know SNGX has hit 430 multiple times, got rejected. We know BTAI had room to run up towards $8, got rejected. There's nothing stealing the show right now. We have ASBP. ASBP, guys, just started getting a little bit of hype right here over on ASBP. Very small play. Quick spike, quick little dump. Not the biggest fan of it. But ASBP, a little bit of hype. I'm not a fan of a 40-cent stock. 40-cent stock, not really my favorite. It's getting a little bit of attention, though. You guys can keep that one on watch if you guys are interested on it. REBN. No, 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 no. So right here, we are all set at this time. VTAK still the #1 best press release of the day. As we know, again, we could take a look. VTAK, why is this stock on up? It did come out with a press release at the time of 8 o'clock. It says it receives approval in the United Kingdom. So VTAK receives approval in the United Kingdom. Remember, again, press releases are what makes stocks rip and run and spike and climb. Why is this stock spiking up so big? Because, again, it did come out with the press release at 8 a.m. this morning talking about VTAK approval in the United Kingdom. So again, press release over on VTAK, press release over on SNGX, press release over on BTAI, press release over on DAY. That's, again, why all these stocks are getting big-time rips and runs, big-time spikes, and big-time momentum, right? So absolutely beautiful, absolutely awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, before I jump off right here, is there any questions from the community? Type them out over on YouTube so that you guys are all set, ready to go, and you guys are all ready to rock. Absolutely a joy being here with you guys every single day. It is a blessing to be here with you guys every single day so that we are all good. I see a couple of people say that my mic volume was a little bit low today. I will make sure, again, for next week, we turn it on up, and we're all set, ready to get after it and see what's going to be coming on up here next. But traders, I just want to say one more time, thank you so much for everyone who has joined us over on this Money Monday. Thank you so much for everyone that is, again, joining with us. I posted a ton of links for you guys over in chat. I am going live over on tradecaster.com right here and right now so that you guys can get yourself fired on up. Get ready for the price drop tonight. Enjoy those, again, promo codes I sent out to you. And again, let's have an amazing week ahead. Let's do it, guys. Stock Twits Nation, thank you so much. I'll see everyone over on Tradecaster. Let's have an amazing day ahead. I'll see you then. Thank you so much. Enjoy it.